Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. We're joined in the studio by a sleep-deprived Ranson Carr, along with Cody Ray, to talk about Ranson's new movie, Snake Drain Preppers, now in post-production, along with some of their other projects they have coming up. If you enjoy the show, like and follow The Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. The Haroon and Rick and Eric are gone. Your mic is off, by the way. And they have been replaced by Ranson Carr and Cody Ray.
Hey,
you might want to get that mic closer to you.
hey.
What can I do for you, Don?
Not that close. Not in your mouth.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Jeez.
He loves to do
Yeah,
that.
I've heard. That's the way he is.
A man of talents.
Tell people that stuff, man. They'll be calling me.
Yep. Well, that's apparently that's how you make it in show business these days. Is you have to be weird and creepy like that. That's how you know. Because I was thinking about putting on my acting resume that I never sexually assaulted anybody.
That might be the new credential to actually get there.
I think that's
what
what
I'm
like
thinking.
the requirements of a legit comedian.
You're just gonna count yourself out at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're going to have to get closer to that thing. Don't be scared of the mic, Cody.
All right, I'm sorry. I
The
don't want to
mic
be
is your
too loud.
friend.
Hello, everyone.
That's much better. Now we can hear you, and you're not just over there in silence when
Silence land.
yeah
Talking to myself.
talking to yourself like you were earlier, staring at the wall.
What can I do for you, Don?
I don't know. What do you got going on?
No, I thought you asked me to come on here to just hang out, like just sit
Well,
here.
yeah, pretty
No,
much.
I just want to sit here.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Cool.
the whole show.
Oh, no.
All
Not
right.
going to say a word.
Not a word?
Oh,
Not,
Okay.
not another word. You know I can't
All
be
right.
quiet.
I can't.
That's-
drive it.
You know I'm already lying. I'm already taking the show over. It's over.
Cool. Awesome. It's all yours.
Good, because
I've been trying to get rid of it.
I wasn't serious.
Actually, we've had a little bit of success lately. We are officially on iHeartRadio.
I saw that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Really moving up.
hopefully that means something.
You're doing big things.
You are, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what those big things are. It's making me more broke is what most of my big things are doing.
Then you're heading the right direction. I think.
I guess so. Yeah,
I think that's how it starts.
You have to throw your money into a big pit and set it on fire in order to make money, from what they say.
Yeah,
so
and sometimes
that's
you
what
don't ever
that's
make
what
money.
I'm working on. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So that's
Well,
cool.
you have to not make money to make money, from what I've heard. So. I think
that's messed up, but there's a lot of truth to that.
yeah. 'Cause,
I've spent so much on
I've got a head
cameras
start
and-
right
yeah,
now, not making money. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've got some great
thing.
equipment to make movies and videos, and I haven't made a lot, so there's not a lot of money coming back my direction. So
Yeah, that's so. How are the movies going?
the movie is going really good. Everything so far, like we've had to do like a few reshoots, but we're almost done. Like there's probably I'd say we're probably like a week out of being done, like of solid shooting now. Not like I'm not going to be done like next week, but like if I have a solid week to film, we would be done. So
Cool.
So
You know,
7
like-
days.
yeah,
7 days of
7 days of filming.
Spread
It's
out
done.
over the
But
course of the next
everything
couple
we've done is really good. I even had a lady come in and do some special effects, like makeup on my neck, and did a bullet hole. I posted it
Yeah,
on Facebook.
I saw the bullet hole.
She's done it like
Good.
3 or 4 different times for me because I just wasn't happy the first time with the way it looked. We messed up, then we did it again, and we missed like certain shots, and then we didn't get enough close up. So she's been phenomenal, and hopefully she's along for the ride to go do some other stuff down the road. Her name's Tara. I actually got Scotty Mays. He was just in there the other day.
Yeah.
He hooked me up with her, somebody he knew. So
Cool.
she's really talented. So if you ever need something on that side, she's a good
Yeah,
one to use.
so you kept bringing her back to do the same bullet hole you were hoping for
Yeah,
realism.
she's
Eventually,
doing
she'd
some
get
other
tired
stuff
of it
too,
and just
yeah.
shoot you in the head.
Yeah, just do a real bullet hole.
She's
That
like,
way-
all right, that looks perfect.
Yeah, that was
Let's
the
do
hope
this thing.
anyways. Oh,
So what have you been up to, Cody?
Man,
Other than talking to walls,
a
and
lot of
mumbling to
nothing, just
yourself?
talking to walls. No, I've actually been very successful in game streaming lately. It's kind of strange. I don't know.
Game
Very-
streaming.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'll just kick my Xbox on and I've streamed a mixture, and it's actually taken off. Like I've gotten
I'm not familiar with game streaming. Is
It's
that
basically
just
like where
people watch you
other
play a
people
game?
watch you play video games, which I never understood the concept of it. But I realize now it's more of a concept of like socializing and hanging out without actually going outside of your house.
It's a great place to meet dudes.
You can't go to it is. You can't go to a bar and like talk to somebody about like
video games because they're all at home playing video games
So
or
this is
apparently
sorta-
watching you
Yeah.
play video games.
So I've gained quite a decent following from over the course of the last like 3 months. I've hit like 1,050 some odd followers. It's
Wow.
crazy. It just shot up. I don't know. It's
Now, are you good at playing this game, or you just they
I'm pretty
watch
good,
to see?
yeah.
It's kind of like watching NASCAR to see the crashes. Is it?
it could be both, to be honest with you. It goes either way.
What's the
sometimes.
game?
It just depends. I play a bunch of different games, variety of games, but I stream a lot of Trove. I don't know. It's a very weird game.
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
If you don't know what Trove is, we got to Google it or something. They're gonna have to.
Everything he's talking about, he keeps going and finishing with. It's a weird, you know what I mean? Like,
Because it is.
it's
I know.
weird
It's a
fetish.
weird sort of
Yeah.
odd thing. I don't know.
I'm waiting for him to tell me what gaming really is. Like, I don't think it's
Yeah,
actually like
yeah,
video
we're-
games. I think gaming is
I
something.
think it has
that-
something. It's like
like a Louis C.K.
yeah,
type thing
that's
that
what
he does in his spare
we're going
time.
to see him on the news
the
next.
people that run it. They work directly with. The,
We won't see him on the
Swim
news. He's
Club.
not famous enough. He'll just be like in the newspaper of the guy gaming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's Ted Kaczynski looking dude.
yeah. I was going to say you've let the beard go a little bit more.
Had
since-
to. He won't let me shave it off. I need it for the movie.
He's in a movie. You can't shave his beard
Yeah,
off.
that's true. That's true. That's why mine was so long. Is because I was filming.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, I was filming
that thing still in
from
Redbox?
Gettysburg to Baghdad.
Is that one still in Redbox? 6 feet below
Yeah,
hell?
6 feet below
Yeah,
hell.
that's
It's like 5 months in
Crushing. I was
Redbox
gonna say,
now.
I looked
That's
at
awesome.
that long ago.
Yeah.
and
And we're getting ready to film Black Mamba Rising is the next William Lee movie that we're
Sounds
getting ready
completely
we're getting ready
racist.
to
Can't
film.
wait to see it.
Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
about LeBron James?
No, I actually we were talking about that last week in the show. Or it was either last week in the show or I was talking about it in an interview I did that is going to be coming up in I can't remember where, but that's we were discussing that and we decided that it's actually Bill Cosby's life story.
Oh, nice.
that is wrong right there.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's been so much of that going on lately that it's hard to tell Bill Cosby from Louis C.K. anymore. You know,
I mean, people are.
I mean,
coming
listen.
forward.
Let's not go that far. I'm gonna have a hard time with that one. There's a little bit of a difference. One's black
Yeah,
and one's
yeah.
white.
Right,
Whoa.
To start.
Is that it?
One
Yeah, let's
one
keep
raped
going there,
a
buddy.
guy, raped women, and the other one did bad things in front of women.
Right. Which,
but-
it's
I mean,
To-
we're
to
getting
me, it's-
into this. How much can we get into this? You know what I mean? Like, my comedy career is really going nowhere, so I don't really care about that side of it. I'm just more worried about your job because I'll dive right in. You know, like I will.
I think it's because Ranson is just mad because he won the Louis C.K. lookalike contest last year.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I got nothing
What were you
going
doing
for
when
me
you won?
look-wise. He thinks that's
is that what it is?
hurtful.
You get confused for him in public.
No.
People just walk up and
I'm not trying
slap
to
you.
hurt
No, that would have been awesome at
Yeah,
one point.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Louis, but no.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if that happens, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I would expect it now because that's something that I'd probably do, you know?
So you have a lot in common.
Yeah, my
with it.
comedy is not like Louis C.K. It's my actions, I guess you could say.
Right.
You know?
I get that. I get
That's
that.
terrible. Don, I'm working on no sleep. I've been up since
easy.
since 12. No, I got to work at 12:30 this morning. Did not go to bed.
Awesome.
So I'm tired. I'm a little grumpy. I'm on edge a little bit.
I couldn't tell. I really couldn't.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to be the filter. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen here. Things are going to get chaotic.
I need a button, like a beep button or something.
Yeah. Well, he needs like a shock collar. That's
No, I don't. I have one of those on my dog. It's terrible.
As
Very
soon as you start
inhumane.
trailing off, I'm gonna zap.
yeah. Wake it
Oh,
back
my
up.
bad.
That's okay. I do this show sleep deprived a lot of times. I actually I took the day off work, so I stayed up late last night. I didn't have to be up early this morning, so this is the most sleep I've had before a show in probably 2 months.
Did you call off work or did you? Because doing a radio show and calling off work is probably not a good move.
No, I didn't call off. I took off for a specific purpose.
I would do it.
Because
I would
I
just
wanted to.
roll the dice and be like, "Hey, let's see if they catch me."
I've done it before.
Like, see if your bosses really listen to the radio show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I've done it before because I know they don't. So and I'm not concerned about it. Because I figure if my boss listened to my radio show, I'd have been fired months ago.
Oh well.
Yeah. That's what like whenever they tell me like, oh, your comedy's great. I'd be like, oh yeah, which show? Which joke do you like?
Yeah.
I know you're lying.
What's your favorite one?
I know my comedy. It's not that good. So don't sit there and compliment me and lie to me, okay?
Yep,
I'm on to
sick
you,
of that.
buddy. Yeah. You're not fooling me.
Get that from audiences every night when I hear them laughing. I know they're lying.
Yeah, that's right.
That laugh lion.
Yep. So you haven't been doing a lot of comedy? Just been concentrating on the filming?
I've done a little bit of stand up. I always try to like when I'm filming stuff, I try to take a break from it, but it's impossible because as soon as you get somebody that calls and asks you to do a show, like I can't tell them no. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fortunately, nobody calls me.
Right.
Me to do
But
a
the
show,
bad
so
thing
I'm
is
good.
my comedy suffers when I'm doing this because I last minute, preparing to do it, and then I'm not doing it as much, so it's rusty.
A little bit rusty.
Yeah, it's rough, but I'm a comedy legend in my own mind, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I think I've done one show at Wiley's since I became part owner.
Really?
I've done 2 shows total since then.
And the one you did, it wasn't even you.
I did one. I don't count that.
Okay, all right.
But I did one show at Sunday Comics, and then I did the last time he had it, I did Feathers vintage clothing mic out in front of the store.
Oh, okay.
Which that is so much of a nightmare.
Yeah, that's a real character builder. Those kind of shows.
That definitely is.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. There for a while, I got on a little run where I was hot, man. I was having cold show after cold show. I'd show up to do stand up, maybe 3 people in the audience, and it makes you go, why do I do this?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is brutal. But then you have that one really good show, and it reminds you. You know what I mean? Like like of all time. So I always wanted to get into the funny bone because as side of the business, it's a good move for business. You know what I mean? And I finally got a call from them. They'd let me come out there and do some work and actually paid me for it. And I had literally been
Dayton
on like
Funny Bone or
the other one, Liberty, yeah. And I got down there, and I literally building up to the show. I probably had 5 or 6 shows where it made me question everything I've done for 5 years in comedy. Like, these jokes are terrible. Like, I got to find new jokes. And then finally, I just said, all right, just go back and just polish it up, and I redid it all, and it crushed at the fun, and that made me feel really good. So they haven't had me back since.
So it's a great job.
Crushed in my own mind. Though.
Yeah, and that
is all that matters.
I was going to say, as a comic, in your own mind, if you do well, that means more than anybody could ever tell you. Because I'm, I don't think I ever do that well.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
You don't think I do that well?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're terrible. You know what's the sad part is? I've only seen you stand up one time at the chapter, and I actually really thought you were funny.
Yeah, well, that was at the chapter, so
yeah,
everything's funny there. Except mostly the audience.
Yeah, mostly the audience.
They're funnier than most of the people.
And all their Busch Lights and Natty Lights and the couple Steel Reserves in the back. It's about as wild as that place gets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I like the chapter. I think they're gonna. Are they still doing them? I think Mike Morris was going to run them for a while.
Yeah, they just did one last month.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the chapter's an important show because I think that is one that builds character.
Like that.
Oh yeah,
you don't know. It doesn't help put things into perspective for you.
As I remember that, I think that was one of the first times I met you. As you were hosting up there, and we're standing outside. It was me and you and Gary Henry.
Yeah, that's right.
And you said, how do these shows usually go? I said, well, when's the last time you really bombed? He said, well, I haven't had but one bad show since I first started. And it was me and Gary looked at him at the same time and said, well, this will be 2.
Yeah.
And it was, wasn't it?
I mean, you can tell your best jokes ever up there. And still,
it's a brutal place, but it's.
You did stand up? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, I didn't tell you.
Yeah, that was before he became internet famous for gaming.
Yeah, that's right.
Quote unquote gaming.
Yeah. like large game.
Yeah.
Large game,
average.
Every time he's like, why do I do this with him? Why do I put myself through this?
I don't know why I hang out with you.
What else would you do? I mean, what else would you do if you weren't, his right hand man?
Be successful, probably. No,
that's probably true.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He thinks I'm helping his career.
Yeah,
there's you picked the wrong.
I don't have a
voting.
career to help. I think I'm just hanging out. I think I'm just being a part.
I could sink the Titanic. That's how bad of an anchor I am.
You hitched your trailer to the wrong pony, man.
Could sink the Titanic. It's already going down.
It's
done
too
for.
Late. It's too late.
He's gonna sink the Titanic and claim it as his own.
I just want to be clear. I've already drank one of your waters. I'm going to move to my water now. If I get through this one, I will probably need another water.
You can have mine.
I'm extremely thirsty today, Don. I've been up since,
I
again.
got one left over here, and I'm going to need
I'm working on no sleep. I may actually take a nap at some point. I wanted a coffee before I came. Didn't get a coffee. So.
Oh,
that's Starbucks out there
was
hopping. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, lots of people
Which
there.
Starbucks is that? The one down the...
Right here at the corner.
Yeah, by Meyer.
Oh, okay.
That thing was jumping.
I was hoping there would be a drive-through. No drive-through at that Starbucks.
I don't understand that.
Huh.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan
That's
of Starbucks
a rough location
anyway.
anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
going through there. But.
Yeah, you never know what kind of crowd you're going to get at a Starbucks.
Yeah, the
Real rough crowd in
yeah,
there.
that's true. Them hipsters and their spritzy coffee.
Yeah,
And
or
I-
poetry slams.
Yeah. I had to stop by Starbucks today because I always get my morning coffee when I leave the house before I've had my coffee at the house. I had to stop by UDF. That's where I get because I like their coffee.
Right.
Well, I have my wife with me today. She's like, I don't like any of coffee. It's like I don't care. I want my coffee. Let's go to Starbucks. So I had to go to Starbucks and get their little froofy coffee and that stuff. Because if you get regular Starbucks coffee, it tastes a little bit like burnt butt.
Yeah.
I'm going to
You know,
argue with
it's
you.
like-
So I like Starbucks coffee.
I think
The
it's
regular
too harsh.
coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
They
I like.
burn it. It tastes like crap.
Yeah, I think that's what exactly.
You know what though? I feel like if like most places,
You're one of them Seattle hipsters, ain't you? Like,
I don't even know what that is, Don.
I
he
don't
drinks pumpkin spice coffee. So
either. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a
You
man.
extend your pinky.
Isn't that
when
like a
you-
manly
yeah.
thing? I thought that pumpkin spice was a manly thing. Is that not? Is that not or-
Yeah, I'm sure,
It
I'm
can
sure old
be.
Arnold
I
Schwarzenegger
suppose it
would.
depends
well,
on
if it
how
makes
you
any
take
better,
it.
I drink French vanilla
Curl
as
and
well.
pumpkin spice
So,
lattes.
I don't know. I don't
See,
know. what you're
I'm
getting
not
at.
talking about Starbucks flavored coffee because you
Right.
can flavor anything.
No, I'm
whatever
talking
you
about,
want.
hey, throw me
I'm
some
talking
pumpkin
about
spice
their
in there.
regular coffee at Starbucks is some of the most disgusting stuff you can drink.
The regular black coffee. Have you ever had the regular black coffee?
No, I usually get a spice in there.
It's like they, you know what I mean. It's almost like they try too hard and then it ends up burnt. You know what I mean?
They're trying to be special. Because they're Starbucks. It's the name. They just think they have to be special because it says Starbucks. But there are 4 places on campus to get coffee. They have a Starbucks. They have the Ray Ray Cafe, which is I can't remember. It might be Boston Stoker that they use over there. And then there's a Tim Hortons, and then there's the vending machines.
Mm.
And of those 4 places, the only places on campus I'll get coffee is the vending machines and Tim Hortons.
Really, I like
Tim
Tim
Hortons
Hortons.
is
Tim
good.
Hortons.
Tim
is good.
Hortons has good coffee.
Plus
Yeah.
that donuts and stuff. So that's
Well, yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
have-
you brought up your wife. I got to tell you, I was just telling him out here in the green room. Every time I've done this radio show, and this is no joke, I have said something to get myself in trouble with my wife. I've never known her to watch any of my comedy, but apparently she listens to the radio show. I don't think it's because of me. It's probably because of you. But every time I've been on here, which I think this is my 3rd or 4th time, I think it's 3rd. I think
I think so.
she's listened, and I've gotten
And
in
you've gotten
trouble
in
in
trouble.
some way. Yes.
And now you're sleep deprived, so we could start a conversation
so
that really
I'm
gets you
probably going to just ruin
deep.
my marriage
Correct.
right now.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
Well, that's
Do you
what
have a
we're
lawyer?
about. There's actually student legal services
Beautiful.
right down there. You know.
Let's do this.
draw up the paperwork now.
Yep. Get started on it. No, well, that's why my wife stopped listening to my radio show because I was getting in trouble a lot too, especially if she heard the voice I just used for her. There,
Yeah.
oh man, that would be that would be the end of it right there.
I just got called out on Facebook Live about the pumpkin spice from a girl. That's that's bad. That's
Yeah.
real bad.
Now,
So-
do you really drink the pumpkin spice?
Oh,
or
heck
you just,
yeah, I do. Absolutely.
Because we had some issues with you.
As a
before,
matter of
and so
fact-
the one of the last shows you were on
Yeah, it was
here,
tanning.
we had the tanning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
Jersey
are
Shore did it. I mean, who's more manly
That's-
than Mike Sorrentino?
I can think
the
of
situation.
the
Pumpkin
yeah.
Pumpkin spice and tanning. That's
Listen,
what Ransom's
here's
known
the
around
difference.
here for.
Here's the difference. I'm a man that'll admit my pumpkin spice, and you are little girls that will not.
I'm a
okay?
man that drinks coffee with sugar.
Yeah. I don't do pumpkin
Okay,
spice.
sugar. Okay, I drink pumpkin spice. A manly word, pumpkin. It's also got punk in it. Okay,
Yeah, punk.
pumpkin. Okay, yeah, pump. Exactly.
Yeah.
What thing a manly does.
Pumpkin. I
So
don't
it
know
sounds
about
like
that,
it's from
though.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
I see
You
what
want
you
a
did there. You
pumpkin.
flipped it around on me a little bit. I'm not too happy about it. I saw it coming. I will not quit drinking it.
Coincidentally
I
enough,
still
when
like
you were
it.
tanning, you were the
Hey,
same color as your latte.
be proud of your pumpkin spice.
I haven't been tanning though. It's
I know
kinda,
you look good.
it's kind of off season.
What
for
you
that.
need is
Oh,
a-
man.
I can't tan and
I wish
pumpkin
the
spice.
goatee
Yeah,
spray
yeah.
was still on there.
Yeah, no, that's. Yeah,
I'm kind
had
of
a
glad
black
it's not,
goatee.
'cause
It was
I'll be
very
honest,
evil.
I probably
Almost
couldn't
looked
even
like
So
it-
you dyed your goatee
for the
black?
movie. Yeah.
Oh,
I wish we
okay.
had a picture.
Didn't do it for any other reason but the movie. I was
okay.
ready to get it out.
Well,
of there.
if it's doing something for a movie, then that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you were drinking pumpkin spice for a movie, totally cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do it just
no,
because I'm
you-
a man.
That's
That's why.
That's what you like.
I do. I
you need to
I
you
drink
need to
it
get
while doing
pumpkin
push-ups.
spice pride T-shirts. That's what.
What? I mean, come on. You have to do something that
we
is
should do that.
that is a little
good
like.
idea.
Nothing, man. I
You sound like an 80s
It ain't-
wrestler all of a
don't do
sudden.
it. It ain't family. I don't do it.
That's funny. I sound just like that when I drink pumpkin spice. My
The
chest
great
hair grows
pumpkin
and everything.
spice?
Yeah, the whole thing. It's nuts.
That's the great pumpkin spice, Charlie Brown.
I'm terrible. I like everything pumpkin. I got the pumpkin
It's all good,
muffins,
man.
pumpkin spice. I'll do it all. I got pumpkin
He
candles.
literally has a bag of pumpkin spice coffee in his car. Right
2
now.
bags
He's
actually.
showing it.
Not
On
a
the
joke.
way here. He's
Dunkin'
like, "Look,
Donuts
man,
and
clearance."
Starbucks.
I'm like,
It's
hey.
clearance. Are you gonna pass that up? $2.50? Come on, Dunkin'.
I'll be
Donuts.
honest with you.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
have probably
why
bought
not?
it, but
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend at home, so she'll drink it.
My wife actually hates it. She's like, "What is it with you and this pumpkin?" Like, you
I
gotta
swear, I
stop.
don't even think girls like it. It was just a fad.
I had to put her in her place.
Like, you
yeah.
legitimately have to
Hope
have
it's
like
not
a
listening.
quiet
Yeah, don't
taste.
diss the pumpkin spice. Is what you're saying.
Listen, don't make me pick you or the pumpkin spice because you're not gonna win. It's pumpkin all day.
Brandon's gonna be sitting at home.
You know what?
Pumpkin
The one
spice
thing I do
coffee
love
all
more
by
than
itself.
pumpkin, eggnog. Love it
I
Love
won't
it.
argue with that. I will drink
with
some
some
eggnog.
liquor, yeah.
with anything.
Anything.
Give me
I'll
a break.
drink it.
I'll take a bath in that stuff.
My grandma.
I know it's weird that I say that, and I haven't yet. But
Yet.
yeah,
Always a
absolutely,
yet there.
You never know.
Because when you become a successful filmmaker and you got the money, I can see you. Well, I can't see you, and I hope I don't have to, but I can.
Oh, you
know, I
will.
can-
You're going to be in many more
Yeah.
movies. And you said,
So I
if
very
it's
well-
for a movie,
I very well
At
may
some
have
point-
to see.
Oh,
you're taking
no.
it back. You're
No,
you're going to write that
That's
just
right.
for me.
that's right.
Oh,
Someday
no.
I'll be famous.
I'm going to be
and-
your towel boy while you're bathing in eggnog.
Someday I'll be famous, and you guys will hear. Did you guys hear Ranson ask some girls to watch him take a bath in eggnog? I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, they said no. He did it anyway.
Yeah, he
Hopped
did it
right
anyways. He locked the door and took a bath in eggnog.
Why were they in there? Like, yeah, then everyone left and he just took a bath and eggnog by himself.
But as you're bathing in it, would you drink it? That's the question.
Yeah, I
'Cause
might
that's-
draw the line.
Yeah,
because
that's
That might be
kinda-
a little. I might
Yeah.
skim some off the top or something, but I don't. I'm not getting
Do I
deep
get to
in
net
there.
it?
You know?
That's the question.
Yeah, can I run it through a Brita or something first? Like anything?
Well, yeah, you got to You got to at least get. You got to at least
Give
get
me
the
a hot
body
plate
hair
and
out.
let me boil it or something.
Yeah.
First off,
Oh,
me
my
getting in
God.
a bathtub is nearly impossible. So
Hey,
we're
what's
gonna
cool
need
is this is
two
my
of them.
first week on iHeartRadio, and they're probably going to kick the show off.
You knew better than to have me on your first week. I mean,
Well, we
Would've been
had
all right.
Eric
You'd had
Lucio
sleep,
in
I think.
before, so
yeah.
yeah,
so
that's
it's
it's
a
been
good
a,
thing
it's
you,
been a
you
rough
got
couple
some,
of hours.
Yeah. So you went with the power hitters first. I
Well,
can
yeah.
tell.
Well, I might as if they're going to take me off the air, I might as well make it count.
Yeah. Absolutely. Go out in a blaze of glory.
I don't want them to gradually be disappointed
Yeah.
in me. I just want to just hit them right up front. Say
You're
this
like, you
is
started
me.
out so
Deal
strong.
with
It's
it.
like
I'll tell
here
ya.
you're just like
I was super excited. I was going to listen to the other day, and then I saw old Dan was on, and I thought, you know what? I better lay back on this one.
Oh,
Old-
Dan!
old
Come
Dan
on, now.
Diesel.
That was a great show.
Was it?
You
I
got to
missed
listen to
it.
that
I will
whole
listen.
thing.
I'll listen.
If you listen to it on the Eventide Entertainment, the full 2 hours,
Yeah.
the full hour and 40 minutes, I think was what it ended up being. That was a great show.
The only reason
there
I
there
give
were
him
moments I couldn't breathe. I was laughing.
the
so
only reason
hard
I give
on
him
that.
crap is because he freaked out so bad. I thought I would never be allowed back in Wright State after doing his radio show, but he had me back on again, and then the whole time he had his hand on the button to keep the mic off. He was ready. I even said, "Why did you have me back on, Dan? Like, why?" He was so nervous because you do make me nervous, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, he comes on my show. He's nervous, and it cracks me. I love Dan. I think he's great.
No, he's a super nice guy. He is."
But he was sitting over there, and me and Scotty Mays were throwing some stuff back and forth, and you can just hear him over there going, because he'll get that nervous hum when he's like, "Okay, you guys need to stop."
Yeah.
Yeah, that you have to listen to that one, because that one all the way through.
You know what? You bring up Scotty Mays. I'm going to address the situation here. Scotty Mays is a good friend of mine, and I need to address this.
Okay.
I've been on Facebook, I'd say like 3 times in the last couple hours, and the only picture that keeps popping up is Scotty with his shirt off. I'm going to need Scotty to remove this immediately.
I've seen a lot of that too, and I don't approve.
I don't approve either. I would never do that, mainly because I don't have the physique.
Are you getting a prostate exam
I don't know what he's doing behind me. Okay. Phil's nice, but
well, yeah, I mean,
not real sure what he's
doing. To each their own. We need to take a break. And although I'm scared to do it, I'm going to have to run down the hall and leave you two alone in here.
Oh yeah,
with my DJ Shadow.
Yeah, he might be unsafe.
He might be. You might
want to go with him.
Yeah, you might want to head out into the lobby for a few minutes while I'm down the hall.
Stop it! Stop it!
What are you going on?
They're jinxing my Philadelphia Eagles. It's enough.
Oh, that ain't even right.
No,
that ain't even
terrible.
Right.
They keep saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, and he's a Cowboys fan. So I know he's kiss of death over here, and I'm on to you. I don't like it. You need to stop it.
Yeah, well, those Cowboys fans got to do something because they're terrible.
They're terrible. I hate the Cowboys. I don't even like their fans. Fans are terrible.
They disgust me. All right.
It's like Pittsburgh
fans.
Because
you're in good company with an Eagles fan today.
That's
so
right.
Oh, that's right. Dang it. I can't even talk smack. All right. Well,
you can, but you'll be full of
crap. That's what I'm saying.
All right. We'll be back here shortly. Here's a little bit more Potter's Field for your listening pleasure, and we'll be back to, I don't know, do whatever the heck else we're going to do. See you in a bit. Here's the Thanksgiving week's comedy rundown, brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Tuesday, November 21st, Story Slam Dayton is sharing stories at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street. Wednesday, November 22nd, stand-up comedy at the Burro Bistro at 711 North Main Street in Springboro. Also on Wednesday, Vince Morris will be at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green, as well as the 3rd annual Comics Giving is going to be at the Funny Bone. Friday, November 24th, Cry for Help comedy shows at Wiley's Comedy Club. Friday through Sunday, November 24th through the 26th, Vince Morris is going to be at the Dayton Funny Bone. Saturday, November 25th, local favorite, the very funny Jesse Nutt is going to be at Wiley's Comedy Club. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. Also, be sure to check out the Unwritten Podcast from Dayton Writers Movement, available at unwrittenpodcast.com. That's it, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Nothing brings people together quite like the movies, and every week Aaron Lopez wants you to join him in a discussion about the latest and greatest in the world of film. So grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and get comfy. Come join Aaron and friends every Thursday at The Drive-In, presented by Eventide Entertainment.
I saw the New York shirt. I was like,
yeah. Oh, you are a Bills fan. Okay. My bad. I can turn your mic on if you want to join in. I'll do that. Just in case you
Tyrod Taylor
you feel like talking.
Yeah.
Brian Patch, your mic's on now, so if you
you're just good.
If you feel like joining in, you can
entertain this.
And
I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Spice.
If you want to join in, I don't know. Sometimes these shows, some people just want to distance themselves, and I can understand that.
I mean, I'm not.
It's been a fun show.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Anyway, we're back on the life since I haven't said that yet, and we just came right in talking. What are you doing?
I'm going to need his water. I'm super dehydrated over there.
Man.
Fingers are locking up. It's a
Too
mess.
much to drink last night? No sleep and
coffee, no sleep,
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't get another coffee, even though I really needed one.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, you're all right. You're all right. At least you got empty bottles over there. You
Yeah.
drink too much, you have to go on while we're on the air.
I'm
You
pretty
can
sure I'm just replenishing what I don't have. So I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, we'll start off with some news here. The Buffalo Phil. We'll start over. We'll start off with some news here.
If it's about the Buffalo Phils,
The
Cody will
Buffalo
be all over
Phils.
it.
Yeah. I thought that was Buffalo
Bills.
Bob. No, he is.
Either
Yeah,
way.
that's it. Buffalo Bob. That's more.
The
that's more
Buffalo
my
Bills
style.
found the answer to their anemic rushing attack on Sunday, but he lacked a uniform or any other clothing for that matter. A streaker who invaded the field literally rushed for more yards than the entire Bills team during their 47-10 home loss to the New Orleans Saints. Let's take a look at the stats. 5 Bills players carried for a total of 15 times for 69 yards. According to the Buffalo News, the streaker sprinted from end zone to end zone 100 yards. He was eventually stopped by security after he slipped on a cutback move in an attempt to run across the field yet again. He was escorted off with a yellow security jacket to cover what needed to be covered. So
That
yeah,
one is
that's-
too late. You know what I mean? Everybody already seen it. If he's
Yeah, I
running
was
that
gonna
much,
say, yeah,
why
that's-
cover him?
And he was he was down the whole field, which
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
In other news, the Cleveland Browns have signed him.
yeah. Well, they
6-year
need somebody.
deal.
They
Yeah.
need
Pretty
somebody.
yeah.
Since it'll be good he's naked because they're not used to seeing a Browns uniform.
Yeah,
in the
Yeah,
end-
maybe
in the
that.
end
Maybe
zone
that's a new
anyways.
tactic. They could do.
Yeah.
It might help.
What's that?
Grease him up instead of putting you. Never mind.
Did
You're
you,
just-
you
you're
still
just-
have his mic off. I hope.
I should have because he's into
Oh, yeah,
greasing
you can go
men.
ahead.
apparently,
just
so.
raise your hand if you want to talk, and we'll decide
Yeah.
if it's a good time.
Yeah. Send us a text. Send us a text of what you're thinking about
We'll
saying.
have to approve what
And
you're going to say.
Submit everything in writing.
Yeah, see if we can get it through the censors. So I didn't realize how much fun I'd be making of the Buffalo Bills. I knew this was, are they not doing well this year?
They started off good, but now they're
they're
falling
5-2.
Oh well, that's not
Started
terrible
off,
then.
That game against the Saints was really bad
Yeah, you'll have those.
for sure.
Okay. An Alabama jury has decided that an Army veteran who broke his hip while picking out a watermelon in a Walmart store should receive $7.5 million. A retired Sergeant Henry Walker. That's a bad name to have when he broke a hip.
Nope.
Henry
Apparently
Walker was 59 in June 2015 when he went shopping at a Walmart in Phoenix City, Alabama. As Walker reached for the watermelon, his foot got stuck in the side of a wooden pallet under the display. That led him to fall and shatter his hip, according to court documents described in the Washington Post. Walker's attorney, Sean O'Hara, an Irish attorney? That's different. Sean O'Hara said the injury permanently changed his client's life. He used to play basketball 3 days a week and now must use a walker to get around. Walker sued Walmart for negligence and wantonness, arguing that the store had not kept its premises reasonably safe.
I just don't like
$7.5 million.
pay for the medical expenses. Like, I understand that, you know what I mean? Like, paying for all that or whatever, paying for, like, maybe missed wages. But
He was retired.
so clearly it's not working. He's still getting
Well,
paid.
his basketball career was going somewhere,
Right,
clearly.
right, yeah,
So
yeah.
they owe him for that. That was going to be
Exactly,
a couple
yeah.
million a year. And we all know Walmart's not safe anyways. Every time I go in there, I'm afraid I'm going to get shot or something.
Yeah, that's Walmart.
And the
yeah.
people in there, they clearly carry sicknesses that walk around there because they're very dirty people. Let's see what else about Walmart people. I shop
Just keep
Walmart
going.
too. I fit
Yeah,
in.
well,
so.
we all sink that low every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah.
It's we can't all shop at the big name stores like Kroger's.
yeah, Kroger's is out of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's when I get like a bonus check. I go to Kroger. And,
You just really spend then.
yeah, and I got to borrow somebody's Kroger Plus card because I don't have one.
Right. Well, yeah. Why would you get one?
I don't have good enough credit. I don't think. So,
like 14 people using the same phone number.
yeah,
Yep.
Who is getting these fuel points? That's what I want to know.
yeah. No, not me.
Somebody's reaping the benefits.
I'd say they're selling them. They're probably auctioning off the
Online on
Yeah,
eBay.
yeah. Yeah,
Kroger's Plus card, like
eBay, their
80,000.
Kroger Plus
Gives me an
card,
idea
fuel
of something to
points.
try to sell after I get off this radio show. That Facebook app, I'm going to be selling my Kroger points.
Las Vegas' first driverless shuttle hit the streets on Wednesday and was promptly hit by a truck.
Oh,
The shuttle was performing a test ride with passengers downtown when it was grazed by a delivery truck around noon. The human driver of the truck, who was backing out at the time, was cited by Los Angeles Metropolitan Police Department for the crash because there was no driver to cite in the other one. Let's see. This occurred within the first hour of the shuttle's operation. The shuttle did what it was supposed to do in that its sensors registered the truck, and the shuttle stopped to avoid the accident. Unfortunately, the delivery truck did not stop and graze the front fender of the shuttle. Had the truck had the same sensing equipment that the shuttle had, the accident would have been avoided. So I think that's
in the first test run of an unmanned vehicle, there's an accident
within the first hour of its operation.
Within the first hour, and the person that is at fault for this is the human.
Yep, the human driver was at fault.
Aha.
Because the shuttle stopped. He
right.
didn't.
The shuttle just stops, like, "Hey man, you're gonna hit me," and he's just like, "I don't care. I'm backing out."
Yeah, yeah. And if there had been a human driver in that shuttle, it may have been able to take evasive action.
Right. Well, I guess that they're gonna have to update the.
Yeah. Something's going to have to be done if they're going to keep replacing everybody with robots.
How crazy!
Has nobody watched Terminator? I mean,
Apparently not.
do we not know what's going to happen? I mean,
come with me if you want to get out of this radio show.
I am interested why he chose that accent when you were imitating the person. He had do you hear the Irish accent he had? I
missed it.
Yeah, he threw out when he.
It's the O'Hare thing, you know.
Yeah,
if the glove don't fit, laddie.
If the glove don't fit, you can't wear it.
Yeah.
It's all right. Top of the morning to you. Here in the afternoon.
Perfect.
All right, let's.
It is one. It's like
yeah, it is. You guys both seem a little groggy. You've been up gaming all night.
I was actually. I got more sleep than he did though. I think I got 4 hours maybe.
Yeah,
I run on those.
Till he crawled into bed and woke you up.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Don't
it.
drag me into his gaming sessions, okay?
It was that whiff of Old Spice. You're wide, or that pumpkin spice. You're wide awake.
That was it. Smelling coming in the door.
You guys say what you want.
Old pumpkin spice. That's one for bad business ideas right there.
Old PS.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm disappointed in you guys.
You need a shirt. It's
You guys are better than that.
No, we're not.
Pumpkin
Have you
spice
been
is a
listening to
manly
this whole
drink.
show?
It's you ever seen those bearded, tattooed, employed shirts? You need one that's
Have you guys seen my pumpkin spice tattoo?
manly.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wow!
I
I legitimately.
But
I was
maybe
waiting.
after the show.
Yeah. If you're going to head out, it's manly. Damn it.
It's the heart with the banner in it. It says pumpkin spice.
Yep. Is it just any pumpkin spice, or is it specific? Does it a specific place, like a Starbucks pumpkin spice? Is there one better? Give us the lowdown on pumpkin spice world.
No,
Was that one of the Spice Girls too?
No.
Okay, there wasn't a pumpkin spice.
No, they should have been.
There should have.
She would have been the hottest one
apparently.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But no, I'll drink it anywhere. I don't care.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. No.
As long as it's pumpkin
it'll
and
be
it's
Starbucks,
spicy.
Tim Hortons, maybe Boston Stoker. Other than that, I don't really go a whole lot of other places. I like to try small independent coffee shops if they're around. But pumpkin spice is pumpkin spice to me. Hits me in the feels. You know what I mean?
God, you really are a hipster.
I don't know what that means, but so you guys want to go to the gym after this? Man it up a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, then go get it.
I don't know if I can keep up with you on that
Follow up with
elliptical
the
there,
protein,
buddy.
Yeah.
coffee, pumpkin spice.
Do some tanning.
I'll get back to tanning soon enough. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. I just have to ask, what kind of manscaping do you do? Because if you're
Do you
doing
really wanna know
pumpkin-
that
No,
answer?
I don't want to see. I'm just
I mean, we'll just
I don't
air it
want a
all right
visual,
now.
yeah.
Let's go for the record today. Get you kicked off the air.
What the
he
hell?
did
Why
what
not?
in the
Why
studio?
not? Yep.
He showed what?
Yep. You know that big window right there.
Well,
Yep.
see,
Those kids
I
learn
mentioned
something.
I mentioned the thing earlier about I've gotten in trouble with my wife. She is live now. She's watching. So if I
you're
showed
doomed.
you
Yeah.
or talked about my manscaping, that might push the limit. She's probably already discussed about the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I don't blame her there.
Yeah, but the manscaping, I can't answer that. I plead the fifth.
Okay. No manscaping decisions or discussions.
I'll email it to you.
Yeah,
I just
we'll
like
find-
Pictures included.
Oh, well, it's going on the internet then.
It's already on there. You just got to know what to search for.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Scotty May's hairdo, does it?
No, sir.
Okay. Because you said you guys were close.
It's red.
Oh, okay. Well.
Not really.
Some people believe the new Christmas ad featuring beloved children's character Paddington includes a 4-letter word other than bear. The spot for UK retailer Marks & Spencer features Paddington Bear mistaking a burglar for Santa Claus. Typical Paddington hijinks ensue, and by the end, the burglar, whom Paddington still believes is Santa, seems to have discovered the true meaning of Christmas. "Thank you, little bear," he says, but some believe the faux Santa didn't say thank you, but rather a phrase that would most certainly put him on the naughty list. So, yeah, apparently...
I'm going to need you to actually say what they think he said.
Truck.
yeah,
Something along those
we love you, Paddington Bear. That's
I,
what...
I get the gist.
Yeah. So, apparently another children... What?
It was fart.
You just...
The word was
Okay.
fart.
Okay, I just thought you were just randomly looked over at Rance and said fart, like he could on command or something. It's like
Fart, do it.
it's like putting up a smoke screen so you guys can
I wish I
sneak out the
could.
door and
It's
fart.
like, it's like a Batman. Fart, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll make our escape. Fart, Ranson, fart.
And they were off, escaping
I-
a cloud of gas.
If that could work, I'd have
Never
done that an
seen
hour ago.
I can't burp on command. I can't fart on command.
Well, yeah, farting on command's a lot
That's-
harder. A lot
yeah.
harder. It
Yeah, I
can't, it's
can't-
not impossible.
I
I
can't,
don't
like,
think. But
I'd be
inhale
famous if I could
in
do
the-
that. I would, and that
if you
would
could
be
fart the alphabet like
that
some
would be
people
my
can
thing,
burp it,
yeah,
that
that
would be
would-
fantastic. Oh man,
Still better
where
than
does
my
this show
comedy.
go?
Go.
I could just fart all the time.
This next one really isn't a news story just because we've known sheep have been able to do this forever. Sheep have been trained to recognize the faces of celebrities. When I first looked at that, I wasn't sure it said faces.
Oh.
Anyway, sheep have been trained to recognize the faces of celebrities, including former U.S. President Barack Obama, by University of Cambridge scientists who hope it may help with understanding neurodegenerative diseases. I can't say it. Neurodegenerative diseases. In a specially equipped pen, sheep were shown pictures of people on two computer screens. On one side would be an unknown person. On the other side would be one of four celebrities. The animal would receive a reward of food. I can't talk right now. For choosing the photograph of the celebrity by breaking an infrared beam near the screen display. I'm done. Anyway, apparently
He's got
the sheep.
my manscaping on his mind.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's that red manscaping. It's like the rest of the show is shot. Rantscaping. That's what it's called. It's rantscaping.
Rantscaping.
Anyway, they're training sheep to recognize the faces of celebrities, which I thought sheep for years recognize the faces of celebrities. That's why they're celebrities. All the sheep that follow them around.
Oh, well played there. Once again.
Oh, yeah.
You're on fire today.
But apparently these real sheep were only able to identify the celebrity 8 out of 10 times.
Oh, well. Then.
So,
Were they the
What are we
Kardashians?
even doing here?
yeah, that would be my guess. It was
Yeah.
the 8 of the 10 wwere Kardashians
Yeah,
because there are way too many of them.
there were way too many.
And if you're not a sheep, you're probably not paying attention to them.
Nope.
Because I've never really met a Kardashian fan. Somebody's, oh, I love that. I never met one because I
No.
don't think they exist. They're like manufactured celebrities.
That's literally what they got famous for no reason.
Yeah, it's kind of like Paris Hilton.
yeah, but she kind of faded away.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God.
yeah, that's one we were glad to see go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. See, the next one, I can't say half of what is in the news story without losing the radio show. He wanted the kids fired up. Now he's fired. An unnamed youth hockey coach was dismissed Friday after his unhinged pep talk emerged on social media, according to multiple news outlets. Deadspin was among the first news sites to post the clip, which must be seen to believe. Before an October 6th game, the assistant coach screamed to his players on the Bantam A Black U14 hockey team of Littleton, Colorado Hockey Association, I want to see you sticking your hands up these guys and working them like an effing puppet.
Oh,
Youth hockey.
How old are these kids?
I don't think they were very old. He later yelled about the opposing scene. I want to see you beat up Green Mountain. F Green Mountain. F their coaches. F their wives. F their friends.
Wow, he went off.
Yeah, that is
cow.
an inspirational hockey coach right there. If I ever
Yes,
saw
man,
one.
Jeez.
I'm still waiting on the bad part of the story.
Is that how you inspire
Yeah,
your kids and keep them
absolutely.
going?
Clean your effing room. Clean your.
That's the thing. The people that were upset apparently spoil their children.
Yeah. I mean, every coach I ever had was pretty harsh like that. You know, I don't know.
See, I should have looked further into the article to get the actual age of the kids, because if it had been like 6 to 8, would have been a little different if they were like 14 and 15.
Yeah, but I don't like even 14
But of course,
and 15, would they call that youth? I
don't know.
Youth,
These days we kind of coddle, you know. So 14 and 15, I could see if somebody cussed at them like that, they'd fold up in a ball and cry until their mommies came and took them home.
It's honestly, none of those kids probably had any bit of a problem with it. And to be honest with you, like, this guy's probably done this 100 times.
Right.
But since it made it to social media,
it's a social media world.
Bam, there it is. But it's like no one involved in this is mad. It's just now social media is somebody.
Yeah.
A whole other
everybody's mad about everything. Though,
exactly.
That's
like, why I'm surprised I'm still on the air.
I am too. Actually,
it's almost 3 years I've been doing this crap once a week, and I'm still here.
I like this show though,
which just proves that there aren't a lot of people listening, or there would be more upset people. I got one piece of hate mail the whole time I've been on the air.
Oh, can you share it?
I did. The episode I got it, I shared that on the air, and we had fun with it.
Well,
just because the title of it was "Boobs." Really?
Really? That's
well. What the conversation was that sparked this outrage is we had a filmmaker in here alongside Mike Canistero.
Okay.
Well, as you know, Mike Canistero is a scientist. He's a chemistry teacher over at I'm not going to say that other school, but he's a chemistry teacher over there. So he's a bit of a scientist. Well, we got to talking about movies, and somehow it was brought up the original Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
that got brought up, and because he said, well, one of the things he thought they got right about the movie is if you were out into the vacuum of space without the pressure, without the atmospheric pressure on you, you would expand. Because if you remember on that movie, when they got out, they started to blow up. And that was what caused the mutations. And of course, if you remember the movie, one of the mutations was the woman had a third breast.
Yeah.
She wasn't an alien. That was a mutation. So we were discussing how a lack of oxygen would cause that particular mutation of just having that one, like she was wearing all really tight clothes, except it was low cut. So that was the only place it could expand, was right there in that third boobular area. And then, of course, the discussion had to ensue of whether or not there would have been a nipple that mutated too. So yeah, that was the discussion. It was a legitimate scientific discussion.
The update to that story is you've killed your wife almost 3 times now, trying to duplicate the movie.
Yeah, she can't breathe in the tight clothes, and then every time I put her out in the vacuum of space, she comes back mad.
Yeah. So you proved the movie wrong.
Right. It's not going to happen. We have to conduct these experiments every now and then, or we're never going to know how the world around us works.
Yes. I actually got hate mail for stand up one time.
I can see that. I've seen your stand up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Really? What happened?
Well,
we got a few minutes.
I can't go crazy into detail with it because it is a little bit of a dirty joke. But I was talking about my youngest kid was playing with her rubber ducky in the bathtub, and I was okay with her playing with it. But then the other day I went in there, and my wife kept saying like she was talking about rubber ducky for everything. My wife said it's fine, let her call everything a rubber ducky. So I went in there, and it was actually a gigantic.
Right.
Gotcha. And it was suction cupped on the wall, and I actually had one on stage, suction cupped to the wall, and the hate mail said, you do realize that child pornography is this and that.
Wow.
And, something
that was their takeaway from that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was no joke to it at all. So I actually haven't done the joke since though, because it did kind of weird me out a little bit after I got that. I was just like, man, the one side of it, I was like, you know what? The joke itself was actually funny. It got a really good laugh. Me summarizing it here doesn't do it any justice, but I have been kind of like, well, man, maybe I just don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I think you just hit a jerk.
I'm probably actually, as soon as I walk out of here, I'm going to do it in the hallway.
Just to see if it works again. You carried it with you.
Yes, I carried it everywhere.
So you're going to stick, well,
it's actually,
that's how you keep Cody following you.
He has it in his pocket, right? Well, not his pocket, my pocket on him. That's what we call it. Is pocket. Oh, never mind.
That's how you keep Cody following right behind you.
Yeah.
You always keep that
That's
with
right.
you. It's like dangling
Like a
carrot
dog
in
leash.
front. Yeah, there you go.
That and food. I mean, that's literally
All right. Well, it's been great having you guys in again. Are you still doing? We'll just ask real quick. Are you still doing? Are you still working with Just Call Me Rants?
I don't know. We've been talking about it. I don't know.
Talking about getting
If
into
I've got.
I would like to see us get back
I still have to
that.
film the part with you if I'm even going to do it. That's the problem.
That's true. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I have
that's
yet
literally
to,
the only part I have
which,
to do.
Which after the news of Louis C.K., do you still want to do that?
Well,
scene?
yeah, that's
That would make it even better, I think, at this point.
yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
definitely
funny.
would. Yeah,
Yeah. You could change the script a little bit. We'll just call it doing the Louis.
yeah,
Oh, man.
that's right.
We're gonna Louis C.K.
Yeah,
That's it.
All right. Well, this is where you throw out your social media stuff and where people can reach you and where people can find your entertaining abilities, and I'll even let you throw your gaming
first?
thing out
Sure.
there.
hopefully there will be time for you to do yours too.
There probably won't. That's why I let you go.
Rants
first.
and Car on Facebook, Rants and Car on Twitter. I got a YouTube channel, also Rants and Car. Snake Drain Preppers.
That's Car Karr.
Yes, thank you. Karr. Snake Drain Preppers is the movie we're working on. Don, you're in it. Cody's in it. You're not, unfortunately.
I mean, you
I need
could be,
a part,
though.
man.
I think
If I had known
yeah.
you before, maybe.
we got
You know,
another
but-
spot. We'll throw you in it. I mean, just stand over here for
But
a
it's
second.
almost done. I'm excited. There's a page on Facebook you can like and kind of get all the updates, see some of the pictures. Not exactly sure where I'm going to release it at yet. I know I'm going to try some festivals and go from there. So
That is good, yes. Working on that with you. And then, Cody Ray on Facebook, Crumb13 on Facebook. There's a page.
Crumb
as well.
13.
Yeah,
Is there a
Crumb,
story behind that?
CRUMB13. No.
Oh, okay.
It's literally
Just-
just like my initials, and it's the only word that they all fit in. Isn't that weird?
You have a very long name then.
No. I have like 3 initials, but it's like the word that they all fit in.
you're going down a black hole, Don. You don't want to go down.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Just-
we've opened up a wormhole, haven't
You
we?
don't want
Crumb
that.
13
All right.
on Mixer. That's where I stream to if you guys want to check it out. I'm live right now. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right.
But
Well, what's
catch me
your
there,
what's your gaming?
Betty White 1 on Xbox. That is literally it. Betty space White and the number 1.
Awesome.
That is my
All
gamer
right.
tag.
Betty White.
Could have been worse. It could have been worse.
It could have been like XX, Dragon
Yeah.
Sniper 42069XX. I could have a gamer tag like that. But that's,
Yeah, I like Betty White.
yeah, Betty
That's,
White.
that's a,
I've been going by that. I've been going by Betty.
Check
for like
check out
7
his,
years.
check out his gaming for real though. That's something he's really enjoying.
It's
doing,
growing,
so.
man. I can't believe how big it's gotten. It's crazy. I didn't even think it was possible, but
yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing where you could
It's
go
getting
watch other
big.
people play games.
I've never Louis C.K'd so much in my life as much as I watch his video. Do you know if you follow what I'm saying?
I got you. You're excited by his videos.
he Louis to me.
Yeah.
Louis.
Yes, I Louis frequently.
We Louis Louis. You know what I'm saying?
All right. On that note, I think we're going to get out of here and probably go wash up. So,
Yeah, my hands are super.
so thanks for tuning in. I tried to give away some tickets to Mike Armstrong earlier and some shirts for Wiley's Comedy Club. Nobody called. So here's
I'll
what
take
I'm going to do.
I'll take
here's,
one, yeah.
Here's what I'm. No, you're not.
Dang
You're
it.
guests. You get treated like garbage.
Oh, we didn't even get cookies this time. I'm actually
So
surprised.
what I'm going to do is since the podcast come out Friday, the podcast comes out Friday through Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. It'll also be available on iHeartRadio now, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, just about everywhere. So what you do is on Friday at noon, you get on the computer, you send an email to thelife1069@gmail.com. And the first caller is going to get a Wiley's t-shirt and 2 passes to, not necessarily Mike Armstrong, but you can go to about any Wiley show that's not a special event up for the rest of the year. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. So don't forget to email thelife1069@gmail.com this Friday at noon for your chance to win tickets and a t-shirt. And on that note, we're getting out of here. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in, both of you. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's Podcast Network, Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
You have to throw your money into a big pit and set it on fire in order to make money, from what they say.
Yeah,
so
and sometimes you don't ever make money.
That's what I'm working on. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
So that's
Well,
cool.
you have to not make money to make money, from what I've heard. So.